EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Twin Cities and U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the home of the Vikings. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. And I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The bootleg. It's McCarthy. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. And the Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first and 10, it's McCarthy. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's a first carry for their running back, and he'll work forward 4 yards. That's all he needed. This is going to be a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. That one knocked away, and it's incomplete. Ty Felton, the intended receiver that time. And it'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
Now this is going to be a good throw, a loose football. Looks like the Bears got there, and they did. Chicago ball.
That's just got to be a really deflating way to start this game, Mike. I mean, you work on this opening script all week long with the expectation that you're going to start fast, and then you come out early, careless with the ball. They knock it loose and create the early takeaway.
Williams going to throw on the first play. That's caught. Derrick Henry. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 41. Here's second and 6. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 16-yard pickup on that one. First down, Chicago.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Here's Williams on first and 10. Moving to his right. That one down. incomplete.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Throw it again. It's Williams. Open man, that's Dunze. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Bears first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Bears.
We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. That's going to be incomplete. Very scouted. That's going to bring up second down.
It's second down.
He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it'll lead to a second down. Williams to the air once more. Throw right side, caught by Dunze. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. They get 24 on that one. Just like that, it's first and goal.
First and goal, Chicago.
Throwing again, Williams. Escaping to his left. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up second and goal.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and the quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Another shot at it from the 9. Second down and goal. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Chicago. That is his first touchdown this year. No problem there on the extra point, and the Bears will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken just shy of the goal line. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to be taken down at the...
The Vikings
12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And a strong first down run. A pickup of 9. Setting up second and short.
Johnson. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 46-yard line.
That's quickly out to Jefferson. They're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
The Vikings, first down.
A quick toss into the hands of Addison. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. 19 more on that one. And another first down.
First down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Now think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Throwing here on first and 10 is McCarthy. The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this first quarter.
Second and 13.
Montez Sweat getting in to record his 9th sack of the year. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. From the gun, here's a handoff. It'll be a short pickup. Down to the 22. Montez Sweat there on the tackle.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 9.
19 Lions. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Cut 19. Cut 19. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Hut, hut.
To the air on third down is McCarthy. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And that'll set up fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere. I can tell you firsthand, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
A gain of 26 yards.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. Derrick Henry. And he will go all the way. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Bears. Well, Well, they get the running back out of the backfield, and Greg, we find him in the end zone, a touchdown pass.
Mike, we call those short throw, long run.
And look at this. The extra point is blocked. He gets free. Inside the 40. And he's going to take this one back all the way. Disastrous. The blocked extra point leads to 2 for the defense instead of 1 for the offense. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
27-yard line.
Yeah, they know what's up. Cause I never gave up. All I know is go and get this damn bread. Don't go against the grain, they taking off your damn head. I'm running up this door, I almost broke my damn leg. Out here broke, they damn near. Damn little mama better, but they.
70 left, Lion. 19 tight. Back to 60. Mustang, 60 average. 60 back.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Moving to his left. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. So a big one there to start the drive. An even 40 yards.
Trap 60. Warrior 70. Go street. Go. Panther and left. Buffalo 18. 18. Pioneer. Check go.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. That's to the left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
At the 11-yard
2nd and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
79 Brook. 19 Lion. Go.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. And he overshot his man. Out of the end zone, that one's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. To throw, it's McCarthy. He's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Forced out left. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Tyreek Stevenson.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
That's the big tight end, Winston Loveland. And he'll be taken down right past the 40-yard line.
And the Bears first down.
They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. Some hitting going on now. He was So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. To throw, it's Williams. The second down throw is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
On third down, it's Williams. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. First and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. This one taken in by Odunze. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. It'll be first and goal. That's a gain of 28.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And you're knocking on the door here, first and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
The first two drives yielded touchdowns. Now they can make it 3-4-3. It is first and goal. Henry trying to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. Ball a little closer now. It is second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now Williams. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Roll, Odunze. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This placed in the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
Their own 24-yard line.
On the set.
On first and 10, it's McCarthy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here, we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Let's go.
On play action, here's McCarthy. And he just does get that one away. He's being chased down, forced the off the throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. To throw is McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game. Like, it just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. He's got Loveland free left side. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick 1st down.
And that 1st down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. That is caught downfield by Odunze. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
When you find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike, they're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome, so it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Set up the wide receiver screen. It's Odunze. Here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Throwing again. Williams. Out to his right. A throw there on 2nd down. Going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
This is 3rd and 6. Williams to the air once more. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. That's fielded just shy of the goal line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Hey, give me a D. Give me the E. Give me an A. Give me an M. And give me the ring. Give me the lock. Give me the rock. And give me the key. It's only me.
On 1st down, here's McCarthy. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. That's a 2nd charge timeout for Minnesota, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. No signal, timeout call. 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's a designed run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain of a yard.
So we are at halftime. Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Now return coming from the 7. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
21-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Backs to the tight end, Loveland. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
They will run it over center with Swift. And they'll mark them down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Chicago.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. And now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Williams.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. It's a little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Oh, yeah. And he's going to have that first down across midfield and down to the 46-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable?
Williams hit, and he loses the football. The Vikings have got it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And this is caught. So an 8-point swing. What a turn here. The fumble return for touchdown. And they tag on 2 more for good measure. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
42-yard line.
Let me see
They'll start out on the ground with Henry. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's second down. Here's Williams now to throw. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Bears first down.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
Williams on the RPO, going to get it out to Odunze. And you'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Brings up second and 2 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
That's good.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
Throwing on second down, Williams. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 50.
It's a gain of
His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
First and
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Taron Johnson. And the Vikings are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he's out of bounds, up around the 14. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
At the 14-yard line.
And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
Well, after the nice run to start the drive, why not go back to the well and try it again? And that's exactly what they do. Have to imagine at some point now, the defense tries to change their look.
Throwing here on first and 10 is McCarthy. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
McCarthy now to throw on first and 10. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Set to go now on first and 10.
That's another Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Going down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight end.
17 more yards. And the Vikings, first down. First and 10.
So we are through
line.
3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. 69. Go, Rig. Go. Check out.
McCarthy gonna look to throw again. That one, take it in. Middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. That is second TD catch of the season. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3 of field goals here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. Finding room across midfield. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
A gain of 27 on the play. And the Bears, first down.
A play fake. Now Williams. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Second and 10. To throw, it's Williams. A pass pulled in by Henry. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Pick up on the 11 yards on that one. First down, Chicago.
A lot can go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That one, take it in. Roll, Odunze. Touchdown, Bears.
Touchdown, Chicago.
And his second touchdown of the game. Numbers 11 and 12 on the season. Extra point attempt to come here. His kick is good. And the Bears will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3, and he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment.
Trap 60, trap 60. Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That's to the outside. He's got Jefferson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down. To the air once more is McCarthy. Pushed out to his left. He's going to run it.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. And he will score! Game on! Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Minnesota. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the 4th quarter. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. They'll hold them to a gain of 2. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We mighty more Power Rangers. Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk outrageous. Don't caught the matrix. Got that touch my savior. Keep it up, touch my head.
So, from 37, here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Off-balance throw, it's complete. brought down just shy of midfield. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Bears first down.
49-yard line.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go underneath to Komet on the screen. That's the second charge timeout for Minnesota. And they'll get together prior to the second down play.
At their 48-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. He's got the hook out there to Agunze. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game, and that was a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
On the give, here's Henry. And he'll get about 5.
Henry on the carry. He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Here's the toss, right side to Henry. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. Tackle made right at the 20-yard line.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy gain, and they pick up the 1st down.
On the handoff, it's Henry. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Put Loveland in motion. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. Off he goes. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a whole lot, but he's got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
Another Bears 1st down.
Here we go. One final play. Rolling to the left. And they are going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play.
Yeah, Mike, I'm not sure how popular this move is going to be on the other sideline. And listen, I understand in the huddle sometimes kind of players take it upon themselves to do things like this, but the call there has to be take a knee, move on, shake hands, and go to the locker room. But not in this case.
So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. and they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Minneapolis.